The highest spiritual leader and head of the country of Tibet, the 87-year-old Dalai Lama, is a sicko. Happy Monday, April the 11th, 2023. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Uncut. Because YouTube is so strict, I can't show you the exact clip. But yesterday, Easter Sunday here in the United States, a clip started circulating around on YouTube and on social media, specifically Twitter, of the Dalai Lama having inappropriate contact with a minor. If you were able to see the clip yourself, I'll post the clip down below in the comments for you to go look at it. You can see the child was clearly uncomfortable, and there's no way you can explain this type of behavior from someone who's supposed to be the leader of a country and a high spiritual leader of the Tibetan community. So first, the clip starts off fairly innocent, but then it seems like he starts getting a little bit in close for a kiss. Then you see this 87-year-old man stick his tongue out and then tell the child to, and I'm being careful for YouTube, to suck on his tongue. Since then, an apology has been issued by the Dalai Lama. In fact, we're going to pull that up on the screen right here. A video clip has been circulating that shows a recent meeting when a young boy asked His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, if he could give him a hug. His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way. Even in public before cameras, he regrets the incident. Now, first of all, I don't know where you're from. I don't know enough about the Tibetan community, but I don't think that in any culture it's appropriate for a man to be telling a child to do what the Dalai Lama told him to do. I'm being as respectful as possible when I say I've always had issues with cultures who practice celibacy. I want to single any religions out, but where celibacy can lead to deviancy. We were born to be attracted to the opposite sex, or at least in traditional culture. Going without that human interaction can cause significant problems with your psyche. My personal opinion, I'm no doctor. Here's what the Dalai Lama had to say. Sexual pleasure, sexual desire, I actually think is a short period satisfaction, and often that leads to more complication, the Dalai Lama told reporters in Lagos hotel speaking English without a translator. He said, conjugal life calls too much ups and downs. How would he know this? Naturally, as a human being, some kind of desire for sex comes, but then you use human intelligence to make comprehension that those couples are always full of trouble. This is from the Sunday Morning Herald back in 2008. And you can find a lot of articles like this on the Dalai Lama or about the Dalai Lama on the internet. Now, I'm not going to go into too many details and read this article because they have some terms in this that YouTube doesn't like. But basically what he's saying is married life or attraction to the other opposite sex, or any type of activity in this day and age. We got to talk about the LGBTQ plus. But he says it causes problems. Getting married can lead to many different problems in your relationships. And from my understanding, he says, your life is better without it. Now, I'm not going to be putting down anyone's religious views, especially the Tibetan people. But the way this comes across is, I don't agree. Now, here's what it says. Just if you type in Dalai Lama celibacy, it says the Dalai Lama has admitted that in a lifetime dedicated to celibacy and nonviolence, he has missed out on intimate pleasure and that he shoots at hawks in anger. What does that mean? So you just be horny and you just start taking that out on animals? I don't get that. Is hunting hawks a form of legal stress release over in Tibet? Please, someone let me know down below in the comments. And I just was reading, doing some research. As you can see, it comes across to me that celibacy may be difficult for him, or maybe difficult at all. And I guess it has to be, because he does say that he does have attraction to women, but he knows he's not supposed to. But back to the topic. This kid was clearly taken aback, because after he pulled this snake tongue back into his mouth, the kid was like, whoa, step back, what the heck is going on? You can tell the kid knew it wasn't normal. And remember, this is a high spiritual leader and a leader of a country. Here's the CNN article. The Dalai Lama has apologized after a video emerged showing the spiritual leader kissing a child on the lips and asking him to suck, at an event in northern India. In the statement Monday, the office of the Dalai Lama said that he wishes to apologize. We read that part already. His Holiness Offices, we read this part already. His apology comes after a video of the exchange, which took place during an event in a hillside city in February, went viral on social media with many users criticizing the Dalai Lama's actions. In the video, the young boy can be seen approaching the Nobel Peace Prize winner before asking, "Can I hug you?" The 87-year-old spiritual leader then invites the boy on stage and points to his cheeks and says, "First here," prompting the boy to give him a hug and a kiss. The Dalai Lama then points to his lips and says, "Then I think finally here also." What? The identity of the boy is unknown. This was at an event, once again, back in February. He added, "Some news refers to Tibetan culture about showing tongue, but this video is certainly not about any cultural expression, or even if it is, such cultural expressions are not acceptable." The current Dalai Lama, the best known living Buddhist figure in the world, the principal spiritual leader of the Yellow Hat School of Tibetan Buddhism, the Dalai Lama is revered by millions as the reincarnation of his 13 predecessors. The spiritual leader has been based in India since 1959 following an unsuccessful Tibetan uprising against Chinese occupation forces. He later established a government in exile in the northern Indian city of Dharamshala. I know I'm probably butchering that, leading to thousands of Tibetans who followed him there. February incident isn't the first time he has sparked outrage in recent years. Whoa, let's see what this is. The Dalai Lama has just said more controversial things about women and migrants. I'm not even going to read that. He apologized after a 2019 interview with the BBC, during which he said, if a female Dalai Lama should succeed him, she should be more attractive. What does that mean? The previous year, he suggested Europe should be kept for Europeans when speaking about the rising level of African refugees. He said, adding that it's better to keep Europe for the Europeans. So he's got some bigotry going on too, huh? Wild stuff. But personally, there has to be punishment for this, because you know what it looks like. Listen, if he does this out in public, what is he doing in the back? I guess what I'm saying is this doesn't look like just a slip up. And we've seen throughout history that cultures or religions that practice celibacy, that can be deviancy. And it just makes you wonder what goes on with all of the men being in exile. Like, where did he get this behavior from? Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy. Thanks for listening.